I said it at the time that they should have played Rittich against Arizona. He obviously showed that he was cold tonight, waiting so long between his last start and now to play again. They're struggling right now. They need some lucky bounce to get their head back into the game. I don't know what it's going to take. Do you think they can get Rene to come out of retirement and play for them again? Preds lose 3-1 to the Vancouver Canucks Tuesday night inside Bridgestone Arena. They can't get off the schneid. They can't get out of their own way. And now they have gone 0-3-1 in their last 4 games. They're just not playing like themselves right now. And I'm so close to getting mad, but I'm going to fight through this to try and stay calm and hopefully not have to boil over and go crazy. Pre-game ceremony before this one that you saw across the league tonight as the league and its players said thank you to Willie O'Ree, who had his number retired by the Boston Bruins in Boston tonight, as he was the first black man to play in the NHL. Slow start in this one for both teams as they try to find their feet, including Jeremy Davies, who suited up for the first time for the Preds this season, as everyone's favorite punching bag, Ben Harpur, returns as a healthy scratch to the press box. Matthias Ekholm and Dante Favreau both being out for the Preds was definitely felt in this one. 6.5 minutes into this one, the Preds, who lead the league in fighting majors, you have Michael McCarron and Tyler Myers who get into a tussle, but it ends up in pretty much a draw. Canucks would draw the first power play of the game, and Dave Rittich, who is in net for the Preds, his first time playing for the Preds since the turn of the year back at the end of December in Columbus, is able to make a few key saves on that opening Canucks man advantage. About 9 minutes into the period, Duchesne and Forsberg working the puck down low. They get the puck back to Roman Josi at the blue line, who fires away like he knows he can, but he hits the post. About 6 minutes left in the first period, Roman Josi does one of his patented driving into the net, into Demko's blue crease, but Demko turns into the side and this game is scoreless. Canucks would have another man advantage under 2 minutes left to go in the first period, and Mark Borieski, in his second game back after getting injured against the Avs, is no worse for the wear as he returns to blocking shots. This game is scoreless. After one, the Canucks outshooting the Preds 9-7. In the second period, about just over a minute into the middle frame, Tanner Jeannot would draw a tripping call from Brock Boeser of the Canucks, and the Preds would get their first power play of the game. Matt Duchesne would get a clean-cut breakaway on a power play that Demko turns aside. But fear not, in the last portion of that power play, Alexander Carrier gets it over to Phil Tomasino, who waits, gets it past Demko in a net, stick side on Demko. Preds lead this one 1-0. Shortly after that, Preds have a great chance with Trennan right in front of Demko to make it 2-0, but he can't get it by him. Sure enough, when you can't score on one end on a great opportunity, you most likely are going to get scored at the other end when you don't take care of your chances, because the Canucks, after the Preds have an offensive zone attack, carry the puck the other way. It's an odd man rush for the Canucks. Podkolzin gets a shot on Rittich that he saves, but the rebound comes right to Elias Pettersson, who buries it in the net. The Canucks have tied this game at 1. At the time being, it doesn't seem like the Preds have quit until we, examine the game overall, because about 9 minutes into the period, the Preds would have to defend another offensive zone attack by the Canucks that Benning is able to time just perfectly to go down and block a great pass that would have led to a great scoring opportunity. I just don't know what it is. In retrospect, the Preds just have been really tired as of late, and they showed it in this game in the middle portion of the middle frame for a period of time, about 2 to 3 minutes. Canucks not on the power play, but they're setting up in the Preds zone like they are. Preds can't get it out. The Canucks have some great chances to score, but fortunately for the Preds, they don't allow the puck to go in the net. We reach the last 5 minutes of the second period. The Preds desperate for a spark to get them back in the lead. Just about 3 minutes left in the second period. Burrows for the Canucks hits Carrier into the glass, and Tanner Jeannot sticks up for his teammate, and Burrows and Jeannot decide to fight, trying to spark their team. Misplay by the Canucks. just under a minute left to go in that second period as Michael McCarron is off to the races. You got Tomasino behind him trying to act as a blocker so the defenders can't catch up. Michael McCarron goes in, backhand, but he can't beat Demko. Preds with a flurry, good looks, trying to get some good shots on, but it can't beat Demko. The Preds do outshoot the Canucks in that second period, 22-19 as a whole, as we're tied at 1 after 2. Preds start the third period on the wrong foot as Benning gets called for interference on Tyler Miners, and the Preds do kill that penalty off, but 15 seconds later they think, hey, let's take another penalty because that worked and the Canucks won't make us pay. Nope. Alexander Carrier goes to the box for high-sticking Jason Dickinson, and this time the Canucks do make him pay because off of a face-off win by JT Miller in the Preds zone, the puck comes over to Brock Boeser. He blasts one home past Rittich, giving the Canucks their first lead of the game up 2-1. About 7 minutes into the third period, you've got a Preds rush. We've already got Colton Sissons with a great chance on Demko, but he can't beat him. Then soon after that, you've got Phil Forsberg passing the puck off when he should have shot it. So the Preds still trail this game by 1 goal. At the halfway mark, you've got Tovinen with another chance to try and beat Demko, but he can't by a goal. There are 8 minutes to go in this one. Preds still trail by 1. Trying to get that equalizer goal. You've got Tyler Mott, who has the puck behind the Preds net to Rittich's right, and he gets the puck just out front to Lamico, whose stick is tied up with Matt Duchene, but Duchene makes a desperate attempt to knock it down, but Lamico sticks the puck towards the net that beats Rittich as he tries to dive to sweep it out, but alas, it's in. Canucks lead this one 3-1. Preds get awarded with a power play with just over 5 minutes left to go in the third period, trying to get 1 goal so they can end up getting 2 goals, and the best chance is Tovin again. The Preds can't get any puck luck. Another shot going off the goalpost. Preds pull Rittich with about 3 minutes left to go in this one as they're trying desperately to try and set up to get 1 goal to end up getting 2 goals, but alas, they can't. Canucks ultimately would have Tyler Mott carry the puck out. It appeared that it was a high stick, but the refs didn't call it that way as Forsberg pleads after getting tied up with Mott, trying to prevent him from scoring into the empty net. Instead, they don't get the empty net goal counted, which sometimes happens in that sort of situation when you're preventing a player from scoring on an empty net. But Forsberg would go out for the rest of regulation with a slashing call. Final seconds tick down in this one. Canucks hang on to win 3-1. Preds have lost 4 in a row. This team was playing with fire not too long ago during that road trip where they were winning games but being badly outshot. And it's finally catching up with them. Sometimes your offense has to carry the load when your goaltending is not up to snuff. You can't count on your goaltending to bail you out every game. Yeah, I know they outshot the Canucks in this game. I can read the box score too. But in retrospect, watching the highlights and watching the game live initially, it never looked like they played inspired enough. They thought it was just going to happen for them with a snap of their fingers that a goal was going to go in and they were going to be right back on their winning ways. This week is not going to get any easier. You've got a pissed off Winnipeg who lost tonight in overtime in Washington coming in on Thursday. And then you've got always tough, it seems, even when the team is supposed to suck, Detroit coming in on Saturday when a lot of people in the fan base are going to be thinking about the Titans game. Flip the switch, boys, and quick, because you know that 2-week stretch in February that you thought you were going to be able to take off because of the Winter Olympics and rest up for the stretch run? No. That 2-week stretch is now going to be filled in tomorrow when the NHL announces all those postponed games that you still have to make up due to COVID reasons. So that's it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. As always, click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really like this one, seeing me get upset into my camera. You can find my social media by clicking on the channel name. Tell all your friends about Redemption. Back half of the 82 game schedule, the last 41 starts on Thursday, Preds Nation. Hopefully for this team and the playoffs, it's not all downhill from here.